Good evening. The heart of Melbourne is in lockdown after a bizarre rampage turned deadly on Bourke Street. A man armed with a knife killed one person and injured two others before he was shot by police in front of panicked crowds. It was the dramatic end to a frenzied attack that started when a car exploded. Police have just revealed this was a terror attack.
In the heart of Melbourne, a car on fire and a man armed with a knife starts stabbing at police. It's 4:30 on a Friday. City workers capture the attack on their mobile phones. The roadside confrontation lasts seconds before an officer opens fire. A moment recorded by many, too confronting to show. Dressed in brown robes, the attacker is dragged and pinned to the ground. Tonight, he's clinging to life under police guard in hospital. Earlier, a flaming vehicle was filmed rolling across busy Bourke Street before coming to a stop. Hundreds scattered in fear, locking themselves in nearby shops after hearing the explosions. Some attempted to help the injured. This man labelled a hero for trying to stop the attacker with a shopping trolley. Officers were on the scene within minutes.
Nearby police quickly responded to the incident. As they got out of the car, they were confronted by a male brandishing a knife and threatening them. At the same time, passers-by were calling out that members of the public had been stabbed. Police shot the male in the chest.
Police are yet to confirm the attacker's identity or the motive behind it. Less than 2 years after the Bourke Street rampage, where a driver mowed down innocent pedestrians, those who saw this attack were left panicked.
I basically saw the car on fire. It was just a skeleton of the car. I saw people running and screaming, and people shouting that there was a car bomb.
For me, I still need to go home and just be safe.
Hundreds of police have flooded the scene tonight as the heart of Melbourne remains in lockdown. Michael Genovese, 9 News.
And Eliza Rugg is in Melbourne tonight. Eliza, police have just held a new press conference. What can you tell us?
Good evening, Michael. Yes, that's right. Police have just updated the media and the public, and they have confirmed that the Bourke Street attacker is dead. He has died in hospital after being shot once in the chest by police. They have also confirmed that they are now treating this incident as terrorism related. They say that this man involved, he was known to police, not only state and federal police, but also counter-terrorism authorities. They also say that his family associations were also known to police from a terrorism perspective. We don't know too much about this man. They have not released his name, but they have said that he arrived in Australia from Somalia in the 1990s. Here's what the Chief Commissioner had to say a little earlier.
From what we know of that individual, we are treating this as a terrorism incident. We now know a bit more about the identity of that person. Initially, that person didn't have any identification on them, but we believe we now have a confirmation on the identity of that person. For operational reasons, we now have the Counter-Terrorism Command and the Homicide Squad dealing with this matter, and there are ongoing investigations being conducted by the Counter-Terrorism Command, and accordingly I'm not at liberty at this point to disclose the identity of that person. But we are, as I say, we do have counter-terrorism investigations currently underway.
So as we know, this incident unfolded just after 4 p.m. in Melbourne, in the heart of Melbourne. Police responding to a car fire. When they arrived, that man lunged at them with a knife, and that's when officers shot him. He has since died. But before that, police say that he stabbed 3 people, 3 innocent members of the public. They were 3 men, and one of those men died at the scene. 2 others are currently being treated in the Royal Melbourne Hospital, and they are expected to survive. The Premier has also spoken at this press conference. He's described this as a terrifying and evil incident. We also understand that the crime scene cordon is still in place. It's expected to be there up until perhaps 8 o'clock tomorrow. So people around the Melbourne area urged to steer clear. But Michael, just a terrifying incident. 1 innocent man dead. His attacker also dead after being shot by police.
Eliza, thank you. Eliza.